Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another in-the-car edition of the New York Times Daily Crossword Solve here on Crosshatch, and it is Monday, December 8th, 2025. We are solving a joint construction collaboration between Dan Kamen and Jojin Bernikel, both of whom have contributed some puzzles to the New York Times crosswords in the past. As it is a Monday, I'm going to try and do this in a relatively speedy fashion, and I'll catch up any loose threads at the end if there are any to be caught up. I'm hoping to get Sunday's puzzle done today. We'll see how much time all of that takes. But for now, here is the puzzle for Monday, December 8th. Sir's counterpart, probably madam, is what we're looking for there. Folded Mexican snack, maybe a taco. Young chap, a lad. Blank is where a guy gets stabbed in the back and instead of dying, he sings. Robert Benchley. I think this is opera, a description of opera. Sean of Lord of the Rings, Sean Astin, who played Samwise Gamgee. Chicken a la king, I think is the dish we're looking for there. Wyoming skiing mecca, not a clue. Female pig is a sow. Gold in Spanish is oro, I think. Dessert with icing. Cake, probably. Motor City Hoopster. Motor City is Detroit. Detroit are the Pistons, so one of them is a piston. This would make 11 down potatoes in Indian cooking aloo, and from dawn to dusk is what we want there. Let's keep going with the acrosses. Run out of clothes, question mark. Run out of clothes is to streak, to run, literally not wearing any clothes. Like an envelope that's ready to be sent. Sealed, probably. Blank major, probably Ursa Major, the constellation that we're looking for. There are other majors, but that's in 4 letters, probably what we want. Enola Holmes actress Millie Bobby Brown, now known as what? Millie Bonnie Bon Jovi or something. Bicycle shorts material. Rayon, or I don't think it's latex. Computer image, maybe an icon. ID checkers at an airport. The TSA, is that what we want there? I'm not sure. Gallery filled Big Apple neighborhood. I don't know what the neighborhood is called. Is this Soho? Is that what we want? Finger or toe, or when read as 2 words, what you can do to the ends of 17 and 62 across and 10 and 34 down. I think what they want is digit here or dig it. Let's see what that yields. Get out of here. Shoe, maybe, if you're talking to a fly or a bug. Artificial colorant, probably a dye. Excuse me. Half of a train track. A rail, maybe? Train tracks have 2 rails, is that right? Does that work? I don't know what the heck this is, but film special effects for short CGI. This makes sense. I don't know what is going on here. Messages on which you might be CC'd. Email. So this is maybe not icon. Oops. Maybe not icon. Computer image. A scan? That could work. So emails here. CGI here. Iraqis and Iranians are both Asians here. Okay, I think we're in good shape. That's boring. I don't know. Starting point. Origin, maybe? Oops, missed a letter. Grand Slam, an achievement in baseball or tennis. I'll cover those afterwards. Hardest to find. Rarest, probably. Let me clarify. Or I don't know. Gesture suggesting, I see what you did there. I would have thought a nod. Let me check some downs. Magic charms. Oh. Magic charms. I don't see what that is. Not together is apart. Interior design is decor. Genesis boat, the Ark, Noah's Ark. The eyes may have it. Mascara, the eyes may have mascara on them. Scuba gear could be a tank. Remnants of a volcanic spew could be ashes. Corporate execs overseeing engineers, say the chief technical officer, I guess. Stuff on an artist's palette could be oil paint. The 11th hour could be a last, I would have wanted ditch, last ditch effort, something like that. Biblical brother of Jacob, I think, is Esau. Maybe this is scat. Get out of here, scat. This looks like it is the TDSA after all. After hours source of income, an ATM and automated telling machine. Non-specific amount could be some. That's boring could be ho-hum. Let's go back to Downs. What is this? Magic Charms, Wyoming skiing mecca, acorn droppers. Acorn, oh, oaks. Oak trees drop acorns. Jackson Hole, Magic Charms Mojos maybe? Actor Sam of Jurassic Park is Sam Neill, so it looks like Jackson Hole. I don't know that. Money across the Atlantic is the euro. Money, literally what is used across the Atlantic as money in Europe. Psychedelic tab could be an LSD tab. Toy on a string that's not a kite, a yo-yo. Lycra, the bicycle shorts material, fine. Center of a stone fruit, a cherry pit. Author Fleming is Ian Fleming of the James Bond novels. What empty stomachs do is growl. In lieu of, probably. No longer available is taken. There blank enough hours in the day. There aren't enough hours in the day. That's the truth. I don't know. Let me clarify. I meant, there we go. That's the truth. No lie, maybe? Monarch at Versailles is roi, the word for king in French. Mosaic pieces are tiles. Religious ceremonies are rites, such as rites of passage. Early Chinese dynasty, not sure. Blank, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Is this the... I don't know, I'm going to take a guess there. End successfully. Work out well. So the Wei dynasty. Pet that stores food in cheek pouches is your hamster. Top poker cards are aces. It's gonna blank you. What? It's gonna... What? Medieval stringed instruments, lyres. It's gonna... What? Oh, it's gonna cost you. Okay. Camp shelter is a tent. Highway is a RRE. I don't know what that is. Something maybe is wrong here. Maybe this is not... Oh, maybe it's loots, in which case a highway is a route, like Route 66. Lost moisture, dried out. I see what you did there. A sly nod or a wry nod. Covering over a wound is a scab, so maybe a sly nod. Pause in the action, not sure. Golfer's target or prize is a cup. Comedian Wong is Ali Wong. A lull in the action, and a crunchy sandwich for short is a BLT. Okay, managed to do that in under 7 minutes. Not bad for a Monday. I did want to check out some of these sports clues here just to explain. A golfer's target or a prize, the thing that you shoot the ball into is called the cup. And also you could win like the Ryder Cup or any other sort of trophies, also called cups. And then the Grand Slam here, a Grand Slam in baseball is a home run with the bases already loaded, in which case that would score 4 runs for the team that hit the Grand Slam. A Grand Slam in tennis is the set of 4 major tournaments, the Australian Open, the French Open at Roland Garros, the Wimbledon tournament, and the U.S. Open in New York. So those are the 4 major tournaments, the sort of highest level tournaments in tennis for both men's and women's tennis, and they're each known as Grand Slam tournaments, but to achieve a Grand Slam, since we're talking about achievements, is to win all 4 of them in your... You can get a career Grand Slam. You can also have a Grand Slam in a calendar year, a calendar slam, much rarer. Other than that, I don't think there's... Oh, we didn't even look at the theme. To dig it. What you can do to the ends of 17 and 62 across and 20 and 34 down. So Jackson Hole, the ski resort. You can dig a hole. Work out well here to end successfully. You could dig a well, the end of that one. Last ditch, which was 11th hour in terms of an initiative or an effort. You can dig a ditch. And then the cherry pit here, the center of a stone fruit, you can dig a pit. So that's a great quartet of entries there. Are they all... No, these ones are 11 letters long. These ones are 9, I think. 9, 9, 11, 11. Yeah. All things you can dig or digit here for this one. Yeah, a pretty good straight ahead Monday puzzle. It didn't even need to pay any attention to theme until I was done. This great quote from Robert Benchley: "Opera is where a guy gets stabbed in the back and instead of dying, he sings." Of course, then usually dies afterwards, but always time for a dying aria. And run out of clothes is a clue that we see often for the entry streak. Something like that anyway. So that's pretty good for a Monday. That kind of wordplay is kind of more midweek, except for the fact that it occurs pretty frequently. So if you've been doing crosswords, you should be able to get that with no trouble. The eyes may have it as another light bit of wordplay. When we see a clue with it in it, we're probably looking for the it that it could be. In this case, mascara is what eyes may have on them. And I think that's kind of it for today. I'll have to look up Jackson Hole because I'm not familiar with that ski resort. But other than that, everything is pretty straightforward. So that's our puzzle for Monday, December 8th, 2025. And I'm going to try and do the Sunday puzzle now as well. So keep your eyes out for that. Thanks for joining me. If you like the solve, please hit that like button. If you want to know when I'm posting the next ones, do hit subscribe. And we'll see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.